Hello, on to update number 33. So, I was lying in the sofa watching YouTube while I was thinking about the next part to go over and go through and talk about in the next video, and I came across a video with an interview with Dr. Jordan Peterson, and they were discussing about sexual harassment in the workplace, and for some reason it got me thinking about my childhood and my experiences when it comes to sex. So before I start, I will say this. If you're watching this right now and you know me and you do not want to hear about my sexual experiences in the beginning, I highly suggest you turn off the video right now. Especially if it's you, Mom. Because I know you want to watch. You've expressed interest in watching my videos. But this video I would like you to not watch. So, Mom, if you're watching this, turn off this right now. Please. And there we go. Hopefully, my mom, if she was watching this video, turned it off. And let's dive into the thought that popped up in my head. Like a year ago, with my ex, when we had a short period where we tried to fix things between us, she found something on the internet that was talking about something called love language. And there was a quiz to determine what type of way you need your partner to use, or in which way they should show love so you feel loved. And what I got from that quiz was feeling desired. That is the best way for me to feel loved, is to be acknowledged and feeling in my relationship like my partner wants me. And basically that got me thinking about how my sexual awakening was, which was very early and was with a boy. I was also a boy, he was older than me, so it was nothing like that. We were both experimenting with our sexuality at that age, which most boys, which I've researched through papers and interviews with experts on the area and all other types of information that I've gathered. It's quite common, apparently, that boys try out their first sexual experiments with other boys. I don't know if that's true, but that was how it was for me. That was how I came into my sexuality. And I think when I really delve deep into it, into my memories, and analyze it like I usually do with stuff, I've gotten to the conclusion that might be the reason why I have that as my love language. Because that relationship, or I call it relationship, he would probably not, but anyways, for me it was my first real relationship, and that was what our relationship was only about. It was sex. And for me, I think I connected love with sex through that. And sex and everything around sex, like all the small things you do with your partner that makes them feel desired, and all the small little caresses and kisses, neck kisses and everything around it daily that healthy relationships involve. That is the first show of real, any type of love towards me, that made me feel like somebody actually liked me for what I had, what I was. And I think that that is the foundation of why I have desire as my love language. And I'm definitely gonna delve deeper into that, because that would be highly interesting, not only for me, but I think for people who research love language and stuff, to really have that piece of the puzzle. And if I can give that, that would be amazing. So I'm definitely gonna delve deeper into that subject by myself. And we'll see if I make a video about it in the future. But that is a good beginning. And that is something really good in my mind. Because one of the things that I've realized through all my work on myself during my lifetime is that as long as I know, I don't have a problem with anything, even a rejection. If somebody told me, like, for instance, that is probably one of the main reasons why I've been able to take this breakup so good, or as well as I have. Because she clearly stated that. Then if I look at it from another side, of course, I don't know if she's telling the truth, but I choose to believe her. And she made a pretty damn solid arguments to why she chose to end the relationship. And she made me understand why. And that made me realize that, yeah, well, we both agreed on the result of the end. And even though I think she could have handled it better, not that she could have handled it better, but it could have been handled better the month after. But she did her best, and I applaud her for the level she reached after everything. So, and that's not the only example I have or proof I have, that as long as I know what's the reason behind stuff, that makes me fully be able to get a grip on the situation or whatever it is, and feel like if I need to, I can release it and not be bothered by it anymore. And that's how I feel about this relationship, because I now know through many, many hours by myself in deep, deep thought about the last 5 years and my relationship to her. And even though that I have made grave mistakes in this relationship, and she in my mind has hurt me the most of everyone, of all my past partners. But that's okay, because I know the reason behind it. I know why the relationship was how it was. And just knowing is such a release. Same with the diagnoses. When I got my diagnoses, it got me so many answers to why my life has been like it's been up till the point I got the diagnosis. Made it so much easier to live with and to handle and to work with and to transform into something good and positive. So what I'm gonna start from this video forward, I will end every video with a lesson I would like to give out of this. And what I want people to take from this video is that it is worth going back to past traumas and past hurt and pain and suffering, or whatever it is that you haven't released yet, that still affects you to this day. There are a few things I've learned. Number one, no matter who you are, find somebody to talk to about it. Doesn't have to be a close family member or a close friend. It can be a random stranger. We have the internet. We have the entire world at our fingertips. You can talk to somebody at the other side of the world, which you will never meet again, which will make it like, oh well, now him or her I can tell everything to, because they're never gonna see me again. I'm never gonna see them again. They're gonna forget about me in like a week. So that's, if you feel like you can't talk to anybody because you're afraid of what that will, the impact that will have on your relationship with that person, find a stranger. In this video, I will post an email which I will specifically make for this purpose. If you watch this video and you have no one else to talk to, send me an email on that email. I will check that email. I will put away time every single day to watch over that email, so that I can be the help of somebody out there. And I will never judge anybody, because I have no right to judge anybody else, because I've done so many wrong things in my life that how can I judge anybody else? And I've gone through so many different horrors through my life, which you will be witness to through these videos, which I will post to YouTube, where I will go over everything I've gone through. And most probably you will find either that I've gone through the same thing that you go through right now when you're watching this, or very similar. And I want to help you. And that is where I will leave this update. See you in an hour.